What's up everyone, it's Matt Morozic, and the next project to come to the studio is Spidey. So I've done one of these before. This is a sculpted by Eric Sosa. I don't know who the producer was. These have been long out of production. The only place to find them is the second hand market or open market, whatever you want to call it. It's a really cool piece. This one arrived semi-worked on. As you can see, the base is kind of painted already. Spider-Man looks like he's been painted and stripped, or parts of him have. He's been put together haphazardly. I've got some breakage and stuff I got to fix. But let's start with the base and work our way up. So I talked to the client on this, and I like the base pretty much where it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more detail and weathering to it, because he's got this nice kind of, the bricks look really good and the stone looks really good. He's got this cool graffiti going on. The only thing I would do differently is I would, what the hell is that? It's like a hole over there for some reason. I would go in and add some weathering and maybe some rain streaks and stuff like that. There's a little touch-ups I got to do here on the paint. Actually, when I got this, there was actually silly putty still around this spot where you, or not this spot, down this spot. This was surrounded in silly putty where he was working. So I see I got a little white speck of paint there. This spot he didn't bother masking off, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind seeing the spray paint kind of on top of the stone. It makes sense to me. But it's kind of cool. He's got a little Spider-Man here. I'm not sure what this says. I'm good at reading in graffiti. This says Venom, really cool, stylized. And we got a picture of a cityscape in New York City with NYC. I don't know who did this initial work. Peter, and then this is Marvel right here, which is cool. MJ, and then it's got the year established 1963. So some really cool graffiti, and I don't want to cover that up. So I'm just going to add some kind of weathering and streaking to that. And then going up from the base. Now when you display Spider-Man, you have two options. You can use this, or you can just use the tower that goes in the base. This base weighs a ton, probably 15-20 pounds, just this piece alone. The first one I did, I actually went in and added real mortar between the bricks. This guy did a really good job on the painting the bricks, so I don't really need to do anything there. Again, I'm just going to add some weathering and rain streaks, I think, to it. But the bricks look really nice. Nice color. I like the color of the stone. So I'm going to put this to the side for now, and then I'm going to show you the other parts, and we'll put them together. Oh, that weighs a lot. Okay, so looking at the other parts. So moving up from that part, we have this part which goes in the middle of the base, and it's just a piece of, I don't know what you call it. Here's some, this thing has been broken in the past and some repairs done. This is a chip out that's been kind of glued in. I got to fill that and fix it. So it was interesting. I gave this guy a price, and he's like, okay, no problem. And then the base kind of shows painted up. And I'm like, well, I'm wondering if I should. And then I mentioned all the breakage. He's like, just add it to my bill. I was like, no, don't worry about won't worry about fixing the breakage to your bill, because the base is kind of already painted. So that saves me some work there. But the work is being made up on the front end where I got to do the prep and repair. So, sorry, my phone is ringing. So it's about the same amount of time. It's just instead of spending it on paint, I'm spending it on repairs. So that's just how it is. So this is kind of like goes down in the base where the bricks are. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. It's just the base of this tower. And then next you have this part, which slides into the base. And what's interesting about this is the design. It's got this one cross beam that's supposed to go right here on this kind of tower. Which is, oh, no big deal. I can put that together. The trick is you can't put that in before putting it on here, because this slides into here like this, and then the tower goes on. So it's kind of a weird engineering that they did. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I have to go back and look at what I painted it like on the first one. But then you slide this in here, and it fits really nice. I mean, it's a perfect fit. So the fit is really good. The engineering on it's kind of weird. And then from there, we've got this part of the tower, which has Oscorp on it, and some of these vents, which are really kind of cool. And we got this kind of light beacon tower thing. And this slides into the bottom here. Just like that. It only fits one way. And then this goes on. Now this can fit multiple ways, but it's really important that it goes on a certain way, otherwise Spider-Man will not be supported, he'll fall over. So you gotta have it, make sure that Spider-Man is on the top side, on the where it leans. So that fits in there like that. This comes in here like this. Just like that. So I'm gonna put that to the side for now because that's the tower. So you can display it like this. Now, the people that I've seen display like this, they don't have this big key on the bottom, so I'm wondering if they must take that key off because that key is there to be put in the brick base. That'd be a really challenge to take it off. It'd be a lot of cutting. Now, Spider-Man himself. So, when this comes as a kit, like the first one I did, the arms don't come attached. He's not attached to the waist, and the legs come off. So right now, I can take the legs off. You can see where he's been painted. Red there and blue there. Same thing with this leg. You can see the red paint there and the blue paint there. The waist does not come off, it's been putty. The arms have been glued on, but there's no filler between the seams, so I gotta fill that. That's not that big of a deal. This little finger right here, this pinky came cracked, so I gotta fix that. This hand came completely broken off. I can see where it was maybe attempted to be repaired before and it just didn't do a very good job. So I'll insert a metal pin and epoxy that and it'll never come off again. And then just kind of redo the webbing. And then the other little bit of damage is on the web. So you can see here there's a clean break on the web of the hand. So I've got to take this little piece right here. So I'll put a pin in there and I'll glue that back together and fix it. Just like that. And then this part is stuck in the web here. So there's a little piece of, it's right in there, I don't know if you can see it, but the male end of the key is stuck in there. I'm not sure if it's glued in. If it's glued in, then I'll have to just make it so I can put a pin and my client can insert it with the pin. But that key is broken off in there. So the way this works is that Spidey's holding this and the web is kind of, I can't do it because it's broken, but this is coming out there. And then this is going to come out down here. And these are very small keys, and I do put pins in those little 1/16 inch pins. And they work. Oh, here's the key. Here it is. I have to look and make sure I do this right. Yeah, this piece comes from here. And this goes into here, I believe. Yeah, just like that. They actually only fit one way, so that's one piece of the web right there. And that's the piece that's broken off from this. This is gonna come off of here. This piece is not broken. At least it doesn't look like it. And I think it just comes off of this part like that. Again, you gotta put a key in it, otherwise it won't stay. You can't glue it because you gotta be able to ship this thing. So it's gotta go in there like that. So I'm gonna bring the brick base back. So I can put him on there, he'll stay. Oh, let's look at the heads. There's 3 portraits. So you got Unmasked Peter. And I can see some remnants of paint on here. So Unmasked Peter. And we've got 2 masked, got the kind of big eyes. And then we got smaller eyes. And you can see it under here where it's been painted before underneath the magnet. Again, that's no big deal. They did do some putty work on these pieces that wasn't very good, so I'll fix that up, the fitting. So I've got at least a day of repair and prep on this thing before it's ready to paint. Now I'm wondering if, until I throw some primer on there, I don't know if they did a really good job on the mold line cleanup that's there. I don't feel it. So my guess is that's probably okay. There's a mold line that goes aside here. They just super glue them together. I can see the super glue a little bit squeezed out right there. Yeah, the putty work's not very good. So I gotta fix the gap in the arms. They started to do it here, but it's not the greatest. So yeah. So let me bring the brick base back out and put them together, show it to you. And I'm not gonna put them on a turntable and spin them around because nothing is permanently attached and I don't want them falling over. But this will go in here. And he can put this, there's a square key, so he can put this in any way he likes, depending on how he wants to display them. So you can kind of really choose which other part of the base is their front. I like the small eye portrait personally. And then where's the other foot? I'll put that back in. And the Spidey goes up here. And I can't put the webs in because it's all broken right now. But it's a really, really well designed piece. So everything stays together really well. And he's pretty big. Let's get a measurement on him. I really like his pose, it's super dynamic. So without the web, because I can't put it on, he's right at 24 inches tall, so 2 feet tall. And then the base width, again, without the webs, is 14 inches squared. And then you put the webs on and it comes way like, with the webs on, it comes like way up here. So it takes up more space with the webs on. But it's a cool piece. So this will be the next one on the bench. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing another one. Again, the base looks really good where it is. I'll just do some touch-ups and weathering. And then I gotta do I'll do a video on the repairs of Spider-Man. Looks like actually the spider emblem on his chest was broken. They started to fix that, but they didn't do a really good job. So there's some repairs that were attempted that weren't very good, and there's some things I've got to go in and just fix from the start. So it is what it is, no big deal. But so I'll show some videos on that, how to repair stuff like this. It's nothing too major. There's some pinning, some gluing and putty work, nothing that I normally don't do in just building a kit. So yeah, so it's a cool piece, and that's it. Just a little intro video on this piece, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.